Enjoy the show the Van Wezel way. Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to Curtain Call Conversations. The original duo, Justin and Muffy, are here.
Back together again.
Yes, so much fun. And we're excited because we are back in the midst of the season and we've got Broadway starting tonight.
Oh my gosh, there's so many shows coming up that are so exciting, but this one I'm really, really excited about.
Me too. So opening tonight on January 21st is Some Like It Hot.
Some Like It Hot. I actually have not seen this show yet.
Gotta love it.
But I've been listening to the cast recording to get familiar for the masterclass that's coming up, which we will be talking about in just a moment.
Yes.
But the music is so like it just feels like classic Broadway.
Yep.
Really fun.
And that's how the show is too. If you go back and listen to our first episode of 2026, the one that was just released before this one, it is actually with one of the cast members, Devin, who goes very in-depth about the show and working with Casey Nicola, the choreographer, and all of the tap dancing and just how amazing it was to put this show together. And it really is that true big Broadway spectacular that you think of with a classic Broadway show. So you're going to love it.
That's fun. Fun fact about Casey Nicola, the director and choreographer. He and I sat next to each other in the dressing room when we both did the original company of Seussical, the musical.
Uh-huh.
So Casey and I were like dressing room mates. And when we were doing that, during that show, he had made a decision to say, you know what, I think I'm done being a performer and I really want to start to choreograph and stage. And so it was during that show that he put together his very first choreography. It's almost like an audition kind of thing, like a choreography showcase for what he was going to do. And I helped him with that.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
Amazing.
So my point being,
Yes.
you're like, what is that point, Justin, that you're making? My point being, that his approach to choreography and to staging is so clever and smart, and it's rooted in storytelling. So I know, even though I haven't seen the show yet, I know that this show is going to have an incredible, feast for the eyes as far as choreography and staging is concerned.
Now, see, I thought that was going to be your segue into you're not a Broadway choreographer, but you were a Broadway performer, and you have created a very amazing masterclass series where you're going to teach people how to dance.
Well, I mean, thanks for that segue. Thanks for that segue. No, it's the kind of thing where a lot of performing arts centers, they hire the people that are on the tours to come in and sometimes teach master classes. And when I first started here, I was like, well, I mean, the people on the tours are great, but I'm pretty great too.
You are great.
I know how to do this stuff really well, so why don't I just do it? But connect it to the themes of all of the shows that are coming on the main stage. And I really think it's this opportunity for our patrons to get an insider's view and an insider's experience of like what it takes to put together something. We make it look effortless. We make it like so easy, and it's anything but.
Yeah.
So when you go through the process of just learning one number with me, you get a sense of like, oh wow, this is a lot, and oh wow, I appreciate what I'm seeing on the stage all the more because I've actually experienced this. And while at the same time, you're learning about the show, you're hearing music from the show, and we have a great time.
Yeah.
We really do. We laugh like the entire time. It's really fun.
I totally believe that. So let's talk a little bit about how do you approach these master classes and putting them together?
I immerse myself in listening to the cast recording, especially.
No wonder you've been listening to Some Like It Hot so much.
Exactly. So it's kind of like when I was a kid and I was listening to Broadway cast recordings, and I would like play this movie in my mind as I would hear it, because I never saw any of the shows. I didn't grow up in New York City. So I play the songs and then see imagine what it would look like. And so I do that with these cast recordings. I sort of imagine what it might look like, and then I try to choose a song that has a great tune, but also that I can really connect with us from a movement standpoint, and make it something that's fun, but not too hard, because I don't want to make it too difficult. So it's generally a process of kind of listening to the music and kind of digesting it, and then at some point, and usually it's a couple days before the actual class, I'll admit I don't do it way ahead of time. I go into our education room and I play a song, and I put together a little piece of choreography, and then we try it out with our very brave and amazing participants. I will say, if you haven't come to experience a masterclass, even if you don't dance, even if you don't feel like that's something that is a skill set that you really want to practice, you don't need to. It's really for people who are just interested in what's coming to the show, or interested in just doing something new.
Yeah. And I mean, dancing is wonderful exercise. I know you and Deb talked about that in your Golden Groovers episode of Curtain Call Conversations. And I think it is fun when you can add it to like a show tune, because it does lend itself so well to that. I mean, that's part of Broadway, is the dancing. So if you're just thinking about, I'm going to try something, this is a great way to do it, because you get that storytelling element, but you also get the exercise, you get the fun, you get to learn more about Broadway, because I'm sure you're, sharing your wisdom too during those classes.
My pearls of wisdom. Yeah. But Muffy, that's exactly the thing that makes musical theater different from just going to a dance class. Because we are immersed in the telling of a story and the expression of something from a character standpoint. And that is very uniquely musical theater.
Yeah.
And that is part of why what we do in the masterclasses is different from Golden Groovers. Golden Groovers is so much fun, and it's a lot about moving your body to music, and sometimes there's a little bit of character involved.
Sure.
But the masterclasses is very much kind of diving a little bit deeper into what's happening on the stage, what those characters are experiencing, and then expressing that through music and dance.
Yeah, I love it. So you have the Some Like It Hot one that's probably going to be happening by the time people have listened to this podcast.
Yes.
But what other ones do you have coming up?
Well, this Broadway series is so full of incredible shows that have some great scores.
Yeah.
So we have MJ coming up. So who doesn't want to dance to Michael Jackson music?
Yeah.
I mean, and that actually is going to be one of those master classes that really kind of does walk the line between just dancing to a great song and dancing to something that is in service of a narrative.
Yeah.
Because
it's Michael Jackson music.
Michael Jackson music, right? And the same thing with the one of the following ones, which is Tina.
Yep.
I will tell you, because Tina Turner was supposed to come last year.
Yeah.
And we had a masterclass scheduled, and I ran it anyway.
Yeah.
And we had an amazing time in the Tina Turner masterclass last year. And so we're going to do it again this year. Even if you came last year, we just had, rolling on the river.
I say it's Tina music. How could you not love it?
Yeah, it's really, really fun. And then there are some actually a couple new musicals. Some Like It Hot being one that I don't know. Another one which is Mrs. Doubtfire, which I'm not familiar with.
I'm not familiar with that one either. I mean, obviously we all know the movie that was made famous by Robin Williams and how funny it is. So I can't wait to see that one come on stage, and I'm very interested to see what you do for the masterclass of that one.
Me too. But I will be doing that where I just play the cast recording, and we'll see what we come up with.
Yeah.
And then we have the Music Man, and there's one more. I'm missing.
Let's see. A Beautiful Noise.
A Beautiful Noise. There we go.
Yes, our Neil Diamond musical for the year.
Another one with amazing tunes that are pop tunes
Yep.
that are going to be in service of a narrative. So whether you like Michael Jackson, Tina Turner, or Neil Diamond,
Yeah.
we're going to have a masterclass for you.
I think those are going to be really, really good ones for you. And again, as you said, for people who may not have the dance experience or just want to, because
You don't need it.
again, we all love those pop fun music, and it's going to be great to dance through. And I mean, the entire musical of MJ is Michael Jackson music. Jackson 5, his catalog, it's going to be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And coming up next, we actually are going to have an interview with Devin, who's one of the cast members of MJ, and he'll give us a little bit more insight into the show itself and what we can expect.
Amazing.
Welcome back. I'm Muffy Lavens, the PR director here at the Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall, and I am thrilled to be joined by one of the cast members of MJ the Musical, Devin Bowles. Devin, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me, Muffy. I'm excited.
We are excited too. This is the first time that we're going to have MJ here in Sarasota, so we are thrilled to bring this show to our audiences. So for anyone who hasn't seen MJ yet, how would you describe the show for them?
MJ is I call it a beast of a show. Like, it is one of those productions where you're getting everything all at once. You're getting the choreo, you're getting the vocals, you're getting the iconic costumes. But for this show particularly, we are giving you a story and insight of Michael Jackson that a lot of people don't really know, and that's his inner artistic side. We get to see the creations, the origins, the conceptions of the pieces of art that we know today, the thrillers and the iconic choreo and the moonwalks, like all of it. It's a beautiful show through and through.
So what's been one of the biggest challenges, or maybe even the biggest thrill of putting this show together and being part of it?
Oh my God, wow. I know for me specifically, being able to, I played 2 roles in this show. I played Joe Jackson, who's his infamous father, and I also play a fictional character we built in this show named Rob. I think for me, one of the biggest thrills of my journey and my arc is being able to hold the responsibility of telling this story through the lens of these 2 characters. Mm-hmm. They both really love Michael, and when you come see the show, you'll understand that we use these characters to push the narrative of Michael Jackson, his legacy, and the story we're trying to tell. And also just the multi-layered aspect of this show. Christopher Wilden has stitched this show to where the transitions really bleed together, and they're so seamlessly stitched, and it flows so beautifully. So having to maintain that and nurture it and keep it going every night and make it fresh is challenging, but it's also fun, you know?
I believe it. It's such a fun show, especially because everybody knows the music of Michael
Yes.
Jackson, and they can all sing along, and they recognize so much throughout the show. So is there a moment in MJ that still gives you chills night after night, no matter how many times you perform?
Yes, there's 2 moments. There's one moment is Wanna Be Starting Something. It's basically our biggest number in the show. We see the total arc of Michael's manifestations, his collaborations with Quincy Jones, and we see it come on its feet. And you know, Thriller is the piece of art that we kind of know Michael to be, the iconic costumes, the music videos, all the things. And so Wanna Be Starting Something is the number that we put in the show. And to this day, when I see our tremendous dancers and I see our vocalists and I see the MJs really getting nitty gritty with it, it reminds me of why I do what I do, with the love of why I love theater, you know? And then the second one is that there's a number at the end of the show. I won't disclose it yet, but it takes people by surprise, and it is full of energy. It is something that people have been waiting the whole show to see, and it's spectacular. I'll leave it at that. Yeah.
I have a feeling I know which number you're talking
Yes.
about, having seen the show, but we
Yes.
will definitely keep that surprise for
Yeah.
all of our viewers and listeners who may not have seen it yet. And
Right.
it's a cool moment that you're definitely going to be blown away by
Yeah.
once you get there. So you're on tour with the show, different city, week after week, and all over the places, different audiences. How do you take care of yourself on tour, especially with a demanding show like MJ?
Sleep, water, and prayer. Literally. If I had
Love
to,
it.
if I had to specify and minimize that, But it has taught me so much. This is my first time touring, and there are more pros than cons. And I'm telling myself that this is an experience I pray for. That I mean, I'm currently in my childhood home right now, and going to my bedroom, I'm like, wow, this is the version of Devin that he prayed for, that he worked for, you know. And so being able to co-lead a Broadway show on the road has been spectacular, and it has stretched me and grown me to the capacities that I didn't realize were possible, honestly. And time management has been a big thing. Mental health has been a big thing for me.
Sure.
You know, romantic life, friends, family, you know, health, fitness, vocal hygiene, you know, just all of it. Physical maintenance. It constantly, it's the lesson that keeps on teaching me. You know, it's the class that keeps on giving exams. And I'm here, I'm breathing. So obviously we're doing something right.
Absolutely. And I love that you mentioned this is your first time touring with a national Broadway production. What has that been like for your career? How did you get to this point?
It's been spectacular. I mean, to this day, sometimes it feels surreal. Sometimes I tell myself, like, was it supposed to be me? Like, how did I acquire this position? You know, I was in New York for only 9 months
Wow.
before I got sent on the road. It's been the biggest blessing in my life. You know, I've always wanted to be a leading man, and having this responsibility and having the real estate to play with this text in this show, and then the added layer of doing it on the road. It is something that reminded myself that I want to do this for a very, very long time in different capacities, in different realms and worlds and spectrums. You know, it's been nothing but wholesome. There's been its valleys. There's been its, you know, its lows, but through all of it, it's been stretching me. It's just been sustaining me and preparing me for whatever is down the road, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's great and amazing that your career has taken off like this, especially
Yeah.
because you do play a character that helps move this story along between
Yes, sure.
kind of the flashbacks that are happening to the days of the Jackson 5. Obviously, we've touched a little bit on some of the music, but let's dive a bit further in there
Yeah.
because everybody loves the songs of Michael Jackson. We all know them. Can you talk a little bit about what we're going to see and how the story is told through the music?
Yeah. And so the story is we placed this setting in 1992, and we are preparing his dangerous tour, like takeoff, right? And we're in a her studio in LA, and how we interpret and how we integrate these songs is that throughout Michael Jackson's artistic journey, we're using songs like Stranger in Moscow, we're using songs like Human Nature, we're using songs, you know, like Billie Jean and all these other things. We're using these songs to really integrate the story we've built. And it's one of those shows where I said it earlier, but it stitches together so seamlessly. For it to be considered a jukebox, you know what I'm saying? And it's fun. You're going to hear songs from all his albums. Honestly, it's not just one album that we put a showcase on. It's Off the Wall, it's Thriller, it's Bad, it's Dangerous, it's all of it, you know. And so I'm excited for audiences to have that nostalgic moment of hearing these songs and like, oh, I remember when I was in high school or middle school or college, whenever when that came up, you know, or there's kids that are dancing around and wearing the hat and the glove and everything. So I say that to say of like the music, it touches multiple generations, you know, and we've used this story to showcase his heart, to showcase his artistry, and it's received really well.
And maybe just as iconic as the music is also the dancing.
Yes.
What was it like preparing the choreography for this show?
Well, I have to give credit to our tremendous dancers. They do the heavy lifting. I'm a mover, especially in this case. But I said his name earlier. Christopher Wilden is our tremendous choreographer and our director, and he has melted ballet, hip hop, jazz, contemporary into this beautiful show. And we have some of the world's best dancers that represent talent, skill, discipline, you know, motivation on the stage every single night. And I'm happy that I became friends and got to know the people behind the talent, and they sacrifice their bodies and their minds every night to tell their story, and it's such a beautiful thing, and I'm so awesome. I'm so blessed to be close with them, and we built this thing together. But you can expect all of it: the twists, the turns, the kicks, leaps, all of it. I mean, it's executed very well.
I love that. And yes, the music, the dancing, the story, it all comes together seamlessly. Now, Devin, before I let you go, what
Yeah.
is one thing you hope audiences will feel or take away with them when they leave the theater?
Oh, wow. Honestly, a sense of hope. A sense of hope. Michael was such a visionary. Michael was such a person who he knew he wanted to be great. He knew he wanted to do great things. And he made sure those around him knew that as well. And so I preach to my own choir, but I also want the audiences to feel a sense of possibility, a sense of hope. You know, don't ever let it sound so cliche, but don't ever let anybody or any circumstance prevent you from trying something or putting your whole being into it. If it's placed on your heart, it's there for a reason. You know, and what Michael, he knew he wanted to be the world's greatest entertainer. He knew he wanted to break the barriers. He knew he wanted to outreach the horizons that was placed on him, you know. And so I want audiences to leave with that inspiration that you know, records are meant to be broken and grounds are meant to be broke. Yeah, I can speak on that for hours, you know. But I want audiences to feel that love and that inspiration from him, most definitely.
Well, I think that's the perfect note to end on. So, Devin, thank you so much for joining me today
Yes.
and sharing with our audience a little bit more about MJ the musical.
Thank y'all for having me, and I can't wait to be in Sarasota and give the magic.
It's going to be great. So make sure you get your tickets to MJ playing the Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall February 3rd through the 8th, and we'll be right back with more here at the Van Wezel.
And we're back.
We are back. It's so great when we get have the performers on to tell us a bit more about the show, because I mean, you know, when you are performing, you're living and breathing it every day, and there's just something of that level of then being able to share. I mean, you and I can talk about how much we love these shows and everything, but when you hear it from the cast, it's just a whole other level.
Oh yeah, you really connect with the passion that someone needs to have in
Yes.
order to sustain a career like this, because it is not easy.
No.
And it's you know, you sacrifice a lot, especially when you're on tour.
Yeah.
You're away from your family, you're away from anything that's familiar. So what you have is the passion for the works, and you really hear that in what Devin was talking about.
Yes, absolutely. Now, as everyone knows, we like to end with something fun. And since we were talking about your masterclasses today, I thought it would be fun to come up with the ultimate Broadway masterclass playlist. So any Broadway shows that you want to pull music from, but the 4 things I want us to focus on are the warm-up song,
Okay.
a confidence song, the I Survived rehearsal song, and because we've been talking about MJ, one MJ song that absolutely has to be taught in class. And maybe this will, you know, get the thought going for what you're going
Exactly. Get
Yeah.
the juices flowing for that class.
to...
I do have a question
Yes.
about the confidence song. Is that coming from the character standpoint, where like I have confidence and I'm expressing my confidence, or is it from the listener standpoint of like, this gives me more confidence because I'm listening to it?
I'm going to let you decide.
Well, okay. Okay. Fine.
All right. Well, I will get us started
Yes.
with the warm-up.
Warm-up song. What do you got?
So this is actually an MJ song, but starting something. Got to be starting something. Because starting the class, getting everything warmed up, why not start something?
That is very, very good. It's really important, I think, in the masterclass to start out with a song that gets your juices flowing.
Yeah.
And that is 100 plus. It literally has starting something in,
Right.
in the lyric. Mine was less lyrically about starting something,
Sure.
and more just a fantastic song.
I love that.
And that song is So Much Better, which is from Legally Blonde. It's the end of Act 1.
Yes.
And the main character, she's talking about kind of like this feeling is so much better than she got she gets an act, she gets like a job, and it feels so much better than anything, all of the other things that she thought was good in
Yep.
life. But the song is so great.
The song is great, and I love that show. I'm so glad that you bring it up because it has such good music in it too, and so much fun positivity too. And I mean, again, it was a movie first, but such a great story.
So good. Also, fun fact, I was at Larry and Nell's wedding. The two people who wrote Was It Really Blonde are married.
Yeah.
Oh, I was at their wedding.
In a
very long time ago. Very long time ago. But that's not why I love the song. I love the song because it's a great
It is a great
song.
great song, and a great way of ending Act One. There are some shows that just have the best Act One ending, and that's one of them.
Well, it's good to end this strong because you want people like humming it and then coming back
Okay,
or
like-
when I'm leaving, I'm leaving for dinner. Can I go next with this confidence song?
Absolutely.
Because the confidence song that I came to it from like the person who's singing the song has confidence
Yep.
about who they are. And it is such a fantastic song. I think actually this song won this person the Tony Award.
Okay.
Who sang it. And it's from a musical from last season called Shucked.
Oh, mm-hmm.
And in that musical, there is sort of like the sassy friend.
Yes.
And she sings about, the song is called Independently Owned.
Yes.
And she is talking about like, I am.
This is
my
the
own
role
person.
played by Alex, right? Yeah. Yeah.
And it is to me, and I do know a thing or two about songs. It is a masterpiece in build.
Yeah.
It starts like this kind of like hokey little thing, but as the song goes on, it gets stronger and stronger and more confident. And there is a point in there that goes through a series of key changes. We call them modulation in music.
Yeah.
And it modulates, I think, through 3 or 4 keys within the span of like 2 bars. I mean, it does this incredible thing. And meanwhile, Alex Newell is blowing the roof off of it. It is such a great song. It's called Independently Owned, and it's from Shucked. Go listen to it on Spotify today.
So, fun story about Shucked. I saw it when it was on Broadway, but Alex was out that night.
Oh.
So I saw the understudy, who was fabulous.
I'm sure she was.
She was amazing. But funny enough, it's on tour right now, and I had gone home. I live outside the Detroit areas where I grew up, and Shucked over Christmas was playing the Fisher Theater, and I took my cousin to see it because he's also a big fan of going to musical theater, and I told him, it's hysterical, you're going to love it. The understudy from Broadway is the one touring.
Oh,
so I saw the same, Lulu is her name. I saw the same Lulu in,
Nice.
yes.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yes, I was flipping through the playbill and I was like, oh my gosh, I saw her.
That's amazing. And there's a huge like local context to that show
Yes.
because that show like there's a big song about
Tampa.
the girls from Tampa.
Yeah.
Yeah. And or she goes
She
to
goes
visit,
to Tampa.
Goes to
yes,
visit.
she goes to the big city of Tampa to find Corn Doctor.
That's right.
Love corny jokes.
We don't know Shucked.
It's so funny.
So funny.
And I do hope that is one that Mary gets booked here soon because it's so fun.
Well, let's hope.
Yes.
I've been bothering her about it since I saw it on Broadway last year. I was like, can we get Shucked, please?
I know. I bugged her about it too. And when I said I was going to see it over, our Christmas break and everything, she's like, that's real Christmassy. And I was like, it's funny.
But it's funny. It's
We all like it.
fingers crossed.
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
Yes. So
What's yours?
my confidence song, I also kind of took it from the approach of the character building confidence. And this is also kind of goes into that pop realm. So the song is actually Confident from Anne Juliet, one of the Max Martin songs. When Juliet decides, she's not going to kill herself over Romeo, and she heads out on her own, and she does have this big song after sneaking into the club and kind of finding her own vibe that she's confident.
Like ticked all the boxes. Literally, you're good. Like yours all have like the name, the theme, like right in the title. Now that is a show I am unfamiliar with.
Oh my
and I can't wait to learn more. I think it's still playing on Broadway, right?
It is still playing on Broadway. I actually saw it on Broadway twice. I saw it with the original cast when I was up for the Broadway League conference the year it came out. And then I went back last year on our birthday.
Which is on January 25th. If you want
Just a couple days from now.
Just a couple days from now.
So because Joey Fatone from NSYNC was starring in the show, and obviously a big 90s boy band fan over here. So
I know you are.
So I asked my mom, I was like, can you go to New York for my birthday? And we went and saw that in Hell's Kitchen.
Those
Amazing. So Anne Juliet is basically the story of what would happen to Juliet if she didn't kill herself at the end of Romeo and Juliet and went on to live her life.
Is Romeo dead?
Romeo's dead.
Romeo's dead. But she doesn't wake up. When she wakes up, she doesn't kill herself.
Yes.
She moved on.
Yes. And it's told all through Max Martin music. So it is all pop music that you're going to know. You've got Backstreet, NSYNC, Britney, Demi Lovato.
I'm so in. I can't wait.
It's so good. And I love Shakespeare. I studied abroad in the UK and actually took a Shakespeare class and so I love seeing how people keep Shakespeare alive and totally reinvent it. And that's what this was.
That's such it's such a testament to the incredible art piece of art when you can reimagine it and keep modernizing it and keep putting it in different contexts, and it still stands the test of time.
Yes. Yeah. So you don't have to, know the ins and outs of Romeo and Juliet to like the show, because it takes on its whole new meaning.
I can't wait to see it.
It'll be so good.
Awesome. So confident. Nice. Well, my I Survived rehearsal song is a song that, how I imagined that is it's just a song that makes me dance, literally, that makes me want to just like dance down the street.
Yeah.
And this is going to be, I'm going to show my real musical theater nerdiness, because this is going to be a fairly obscure song that I hope you will all go and listen to.
Love it.
Hear it. It is from a show called Working, which was done in the 70s.
Right.
And it's by Stephen Schwartz. The music is by Stephen Schwartz, who is very famous because he wrote Wicked.
Yes.
So it's the same composer and lyricist as Wicked. But it's called there's and in the show Working, you sort of visit, you just see kind of like glimpses of different kinds of mostly blue collar workers and what their days are like. And when you visit the waitress, she has this song called "It's an Art," and she is I imagine in the movie that plays in my mind when I listen to this is that she is kind of a struggling artist who has a survival job as a waitress, but really, but she loves to be a waitress, and she imbues the love of waitress to her love of performing arts. So it's essentially it's an art to be a fine waitress.
Yeah,
is kind of the vibe, but it is such an amazing song. Lenora Nemetz, who was an old Broadway diva. She was the person who, I think there's only really one recording of this, and she is the person who sings it, and she's extraordinary. And it's called "It's an Art," and it literally makes me dance down the street.
Oh, I love it. So I had kind of two I was debating between for this one.
Can you think of both?
Okay. Well, the first one is Go, 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 Joseph from Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Mm-hmm. I just want a pony right now.
Yes. Because I do feel like that's similarly like, yes, I just got done. This is amazing. I finished rehearsals today. The other one that I thought of was the whole being dead thing from Beetlejuice. Because taking the opposite approach of like, oh my God, rehearsals just killed me. I am worn out.
Depleted.
The whole being dead.
No. So so you're taking either like I'm pumped that I did this, or
Right.
I need to put my feet in a Epsom salt bath.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I couldn't quite decide. I'm like, which way are we going? I mean, it could depend on the day of rehearsal too.
And let me tell you, some of those days are easier than others.
All right, let's finish it off with the MJ song.
You go first.
I'm going with Thriller. for this one.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the whole music video of the original Michael Jackson song is a show and production in of itself.
Well, yeah, it's like a mini feature film. Yeah.
Absolutely. It is also one that, back to my figure skating days, I skated to and did the Thriller dance on ice. Like, music was lifted out of the music video, so it had that dance break. So when I think of dancing to Michael Jackson, Thriller is what comes to mind for me.
That is fantastic. Mine is, it's actually based, there's another really great MJ, no, not MJ, Michael Jackson video that is iconic, and it's Smooth Criminal.
Oh, yes.
That video, what is also like kind of like a mini film. Like he was such an incredible artist. And, but Smooth Criminal is just, it's got that.
Yeah, it's got a good beat.
Yeah, it just makes me want to. Now, I'll have to see if I think Smooth Criminal is part of MJ.
It is.
But the other one, I have two.
Okay.
Sorry.
Nice. Hey, I had two for Survive Rehearsal, so go ahead.
The other one is Billie Jean.
Oh, yes.
Because that is a song that as soon as it starts, everybody in the room is going to start moving. It's, one of his, he's got so many famous songs, but
if I remember correctly, that opens the show?
Beat It opens the show.
Beat It opens the show.
Yeah,
that's right.
Which is another,
there's so many good songs.
Yeah. But I will guarantee you that both Smooth Criminal and Billie Jean will be in the MJ Masterclass coming up on February 4th.
You heard it here, so make sure you sign up for that. You can find out more information at vanwezel.org in the community and education section of the website.
Exactly.
So,
just one last, just really, it is the new year. I know people have resolutions to move more or try new things. Like, this is a perfect opportunity for you to try something new and move a little.
And in a really fun environment with really fun people. I mean, your classes are great. Deb's amazing. Eric's amazing. So whether you take Masterclasses, Golden Groovers, or anything else, you're going to have a great time here with us.
We like to show people a really good time.
Yes. And then coming up next time on the pod, we'll be starting to talk about Valentine's Day.
Love is in the air.
Love is in the air. And we do, I think, have a show on Valentine's, or close to Valentine's this year. So if you want to,
celebrate,
go out for a date night, or maybe you want to get tickets to something later in the month and you gift them for Valentine's Day. That's an option too. So we'll have a lot of fun talking about some, favorite stage couples and things like that on the next episode.
I look forward to that.
All right. Well, until then, rate, review, and subscribe. Be sure you're following us on social at Van Wezel PAH, and we will be back in 2 weeks with another episode.